Are you guys the type of person who seeks out restaurants that have a paranormal background, spooky background, a theme to them, more than just a regular restaurant where you sit down and eat? You're getting more bang for your buck. You know what I mean? You're getting an experience and a vibe. Are you guys that way, or would you rather just eat at a regular, boring restaurant? Let's go to the other side. Hello, welcome back to the other side. I'm your host, ASOS. We got to talk about some weird things that you find on the internet. Just minding my business when all of a sudden this video gets sent to me, and it says that in Frattucci, Italy, I hope I said that right, that they built a McDonald's on top of an ancient Roman road. And what they discovered was pretty crazy. I'm gonna let you guys watch the video from this creator. Shout out to this creator. All the credit goes to this person because I will never be able to go to Italy. So we're not in Italy, but this person did.
I just found the creepiest McDonald's in the world. Check this out. Right, at first glance it looks like a normal McDonald's, right? But then you come over here and you see this glass on the floor. Okay, a little bit weird, but whatever. But then you look down here, see what that is? It's a little bit hard to tell. Let's go get a closer look. This is a literal archaeological area. We're gonna go down into here and check this out. Oh my gosh. So this is what it looks like when you come down the stairs. When they were building this McDonald's, they uncovered an ancient Roman road, but that's not all. They also found bodies here, and they decided to leave them and preserve them. Not one, but two. How crazy is this? You can be eating your burger right above and then just have a skeleton right here. This is my table right here. And this is the outdoor seating area in children's playground.
Now, Google told me that it is called McDonald Roma Appie in Frattucci. It has 4-star reviews. And I do kind of want to read like the comments and everything like that. The people say service was wonderful, staff was helpful. They said that once it may be an ice cream, once a fried, once a burger, and so on. Nice place, great food recommendation. Somebody said, this may be the most unique, coolest McDonald's out there. An ancient Roman road lies beneath the dining area, which is separated by thick glass panels. Looking through the glass floor, which I want to go to this restaurant really bad. I want to go to this McDonald's really bad. I want to experience this. But I think that that's probably the only thing that I'm like, I don't want to do because I'm like deathly afraid of like heights. And I have a big irrational fear about heights. And when I was in Las Vegas, they had these and they freaked me out. Like I couldn't do them. So I don't think I would like the whole glass vibe that they have there. Not for me, not my cup of tea one bit. But again, it looks really cool. Somebody said great breakfast, real breakfast, not Italian breakfast. I don't know what the heck that means. Okay. Tastefully preserved road below. So somebody said it was tasteful. They said that thank you for the special tour of the archaeological site underneath the McDonald's. Decided being closed. Ooh, they closed it. Wow, that's crazy. So what is the history? Why did this McDonald's come to be built on top of an ancient Roman road? First of all, I want to say that my favorite saying from this is that all roads lead to Rome. All roads lead to Rome and McDonald's. It's located 12 miles southeast of Rome, built on top of ruins that date back to 2,000 years. Constructed recently in 2014 and it opened in 2018. Now, during the construction, workers had discovered the remnants of Via Appa or Appian Way, dated back to 312 BCE. The excavation unearthed skeletons, 3 adult males buried in the 2nd or 3rd century AD. Each had its own grave that was centralized on the surviving road section. The choice was made not to halt the construction, but to spend an extra $315,000 to make the ruins part of the restaurant complex, making it a cultural landmark and also making it a museum. So this is the first one of its kind to be a museum. Caskets of the skeleton have been placed in their location of original location and is now an underground museum. So would you eat here knowing that there was this road underneath, these human remains underneath? I do really want to know what you guys think about this. Again, I think it's really cool. I think that it's very interesting, and especially the choice that they had made, like let's preserve it, let's not just keep building and doing whatever. They're like, this is going to be really cool and really unique, and it is. They literally made it into like a cultural landmark. Now we're going to go over to Texas, which is where I live, is in Texas. And we are going to be talking about the Chainsaw Massacre barbecue, the gas station. Now, the gas station is located on State Highway Mile 304 in Bastrop, Texas. It was featured in the 1974 film The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now, if you've never heard of the movie, you live under a rock, and I'm only joking, partially. But the movie is about five people who go on a road trip through rural Texas and fall victim to cannibalistic outcasts. But the gas station itself was established in 1960, and it was just a regular smuggler gas station south of Bastrop until it was featured in the movie. Now, after the movie, it was left abandoned and fell into disrepair until 2014. This is another one that was just recent. Roy and Lisa Rose purchased it and moved from Ohio to Bastrop, intending to restore the structure. They were fans of the franchise and filmmaker Toby Hopper, who was from Austin, Texas. In 2016, the reconstruction project was complete with various 1970 items, antique gas station tanks, and a Coca-Cola machine. They even retained the original overhanging sign that says "We Slaughter Barbecue." The grand opening was attended by actors Edwin Neal and who played the hitchhiker, and Ed Gein, who played the truck driver. In 2022, they were sued for copyright infringement by Vortex Inc., the holders of the copyright for selling items without licensing agreements. But as of 2024, they are still in operation as a restaurant and motel with campsites and gift shops. On their website, they say stop in for mouthwatering barbecue and shop for horror memorabilia. They also have a statement that the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Leatherface are registered trademarks of Vortex Inc., is not associated with the gas station or goods and services offered because they were sued. They rent cabins as well. But the thing that makes me kind of mad is like, why would they sue them? Like, if they had invited, actors and stuff from the original movie, if they were making this into kind of a cultural landmark, why would Vortex Inc. not work with them and say, okay, you guys want to purchase this, you guys want to make it into like a landmark, let's go into some kind of licensing agreement to where we make money, you guys make money, but we keep the franchise alive. Because if it's a movie franchise and you guys know how big and popular it is, why wouldn't you capitalize on the location of where you guys film? I just don't get it, but I think that you guys should definitely check it out and definitely support them. Next we are going to Five Fishermen's Restaurant. The slogan many have for this place is, how would you like to dine in the same room where some of the Titanic victims were embalmed? Since 1975, they have been serving seafood in Canada. Before this, in 1817, it was a schoolhouse. Then it was taken over by Anne Lyons, who turned it into an art school. Then it was purchased by the Snows, who turned it into a mortuary. Now, the mortuary is where the history and everything like that takes a really cool turn. Now, when it was a mortuary, it saw victims from the Titanic and the Halifax explosion. Now, everybody knows the Titanic. I'm not going to talk about the Titanic. Everybody knows the Titanic. Everybody knows that Jack and Rose both could have fit on that door, okay? Now, the Halifax explosion, though, because I didn't even know what that was, occurred in 1917 when two ships ran into each other. One was carrying supplies and explosives because this was World War I. The The collision led to an explosion where 2,000 people lost their life and 9,000 were wounded. 25,000 homes were lost. It is quite as the biggest human-made explosion until what the U.S. did to Japan, and we don't need to talk about that. Also, I would like to say there's a lot of sevens in here, and I just find that very interesting. On its own website, they have hauntings, so they list out some of the paranormal experience that they have, which I think personally is really really cool that they do that. Now, they start off saying that staff is very aware of the odd occurrences, with them reacting to glass falling off the shelves. They don't react to them at all. I think I said that wrong. So the staff is aware of odd occurrences with them not reacting to glass flying off the shelf. Faucets will turn on and off. One story of staff members going to turn off the lights before leaving for the night. Going to the salad bar, he heard someone going through the swinging doors leading down to the kitchen. He went to investigation but found no one there. A waitress tells of the grand stairwell leading to the mulberry stand and seeing a gray apparition. And she just went the other way. She was like, I'm not dealing with this. There's many who state a feeling of passing through cold air pockets on the warmest of nights. This one is cool. One staff member was closing out the register when they felt someone tap them on their shoulder. Another last story is of a young dishwasher's first night shift all alone when he had heard a sound, saw a full apparition walking through the kitchen, ran out, never came back. So this one's in Canada. So I don't know if you guys are going to be able to go, but definitely if you can go, I definitely recommend you guys go there. Now this one is from El Paso, Texas. I feel like we have like a lot of places here in El Paso that are very haunted and that do have a lot of ghosts inside of them. So this one is my favorite one because this one's like a very big local legend. They made it on a paranormal show. It is Montelio's Risotto in El Paso. Now, this one right here, this restaurant was originally never haunted or spooky or anything. The owner stated that it was when they began to expand the restaurant into a neighboring building was when a lot of activity began to stir up. Um, and they were chipping away at like this 100-year-old plaster when they found a walled off room with funeral prayer cards, decaying photos, a plaque reading Cruces Esperta San Pablo, a Warren document that was a 1922 charter from the Texas Spiritualist Association. The walled off room was a gathering place for the spiritualistic church, which I really want a spiritualistic church again. I think that I might start a spiritualistic church. And I'm just going to be very blunt with everybody. But back to this, after this discovery, the activity was like full max. The owners were not sure what to do because they were having objects moving around. They were dealing with all this activity, and it's a restaurant, it's their business, it's their livelihood. They had enlisted a psychic to conduct a lumpia or a cleansing on the property. The woman gave Montelius insight on what was going on, stating that a woman's spirit was enjoying gambling, but not like the Virgin Mary statue. Now, she also stated that the restaurant was a portal due to the formal spiritualistic people before, and that during the renovations, they had moved objects which disturbed the spirits. They now, after that, moved objects back to where they were supposed to go, and the activity died down, and the Montelios claimed that all ghosts are friendly. Now, when you go eat at the restaurant, if you stay a little bit later, you talk to them, they're actually divorced, so the wife owns it today. But if you stay a little bit afterwards, staff will walk you around and they'll tell you some stories. And when you go to the bathroom, that's probably like the creepiest part of the whole thing. But like the staff's really nice, everybody's really nice, and it's definitely a recommended place to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was The Other Side with me, your host, ASOS. I hope that you guys have a very wonderful day. I hope you guys stay spooky. I hope you guys stay kooky. It is a full moon in Capricorn. It is a strawberry moon out tonight, and I'm very excited for all that. You guys have a good one, and I hope that you guys have a great day. I think I said that multiple times, but oh well.